Welcome to a strange and terrifying world inspired by the stories of H.P. Lovecraft, his literary circle, and the classic Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. In Call of Cthulhu, the card game, players take on the roles of intrepid investigators and unspeakable horrors, trying to accomplish dangerous missions while battling the forces of their opponents. Call of Cthulhu, the card game, is a two-player dueling game that can be played using only the contents of the core set. The Call of Cthulhu core set features 165 cards that can be used to assemble 21 different deck combinations right out of the box. The cards are divided among the 7 factions of the Call of Cthulhu card game: the Agency, Miskatonic University, the Syndicate, Cthulhu, Hastur, Yog-Sothoth, and Shub-Niggurath. Any two of these factions can be combined to form a playable deck. In addition, Call of Cthulhu is also a living card game, and your enjoyment and experience of the game can be customized and enhanced through the addition of regularly released 40-card expansions called Asylum Packs. Each Asylum Pack provides you with new options and strategies for each deck in the core set, as well as cards you can use to build original decks of your own. There are 5 different card types in the Call of Cthulhu card game. Story cards create the field of play where the opposing forces will compete. Character cards represent the heroes, villains, investigators, and monsters of the Cthulhu mythos. Support cards represent items, weapons, and strategic locations that can be used by the characters to support their efforts. Event cards represent unexpected tactics, maneuvers, curses, arcane spells, and other shifts that can occur during play. And finally, conspiracy cards are similar to story cards, but they can be initiated by one of the players from his hand. The game board forms the center of the Call of Cthulhu card game play area. It holds the story cards that players will investigate and attempt to win throughout the game, the story deck, from which 1 story cards are replenished, and both a pool and success track for the Cthulhu success tokens. Players place success tokens on the success track, on their side of the game board as they succeed at the stories in the game. Wound tokens are placed on character cards to track wounds dealt to that character. Domains are used to play cards during the game, and the Cthulhu domain markers are used to mark when a domain has been used by a player. Placing a domain marker on a domain drains that domain, and it cannot be used again until it refreshes on the player's next turn. The focal point of the Call of Cthulhu card game is the story cards, which are drawn at random from a fixed story deck and placed on the game board between the players. During the game, players take turns playing character and support cards from their hands and use them to achieve success at these stories. While characters are committed to a story, they may face opposition in 4 different arenas: terror, combat, arcane, and investigation. Every turn as a story resolves, the active player may receive success tokens on his side of a story card. When a player has accumulated 5 success tokens on his side of a story card, he wins that story. A player that wins 3 stories immediately wins the game.